Hello, are you ready to balance your life on the four main pillars? I'm Kathleen Rafter. I help people to create inner peace and abundance. I'm a certified life coach and a certified EFT practitioner, and I want to thank you for joining me. It's great to have you here. So, since the beginning of this year, we've been talking about discovering your purpose, going through and defining intentions that will help you to fulfill that purpose, going through and dissolving limiting beliefs, blockages that always get in the way whenever we're trying to do anything new. And then after that, we need to get into action, don't we? And there are four main areas of life, four main pillars, and they include success and abundance, and that's anything to include career, business, finances. And the second thing is health, relationships, and then personal growth or wisdom. So all week long I've been talking on just short Instagram lives on just little action steps that you can take in those four main areas. One day I asked you to go through and to think about what you have had some success with, some real big success in your life that maybe you haven't taken, you haven't really celebrated, you haven't really acknowledged. So that was success and abundance. Another day I asked you to go through and to spend time outside. Our Earth is at a frequency of 7.8 hertz. And the theta frequency between 4 hertz and 8 hertz is actually the healing energy of it's a healing energy. So when we're out in nature, we're actually going through and healing ourselves. And that is why it feels so good to be outside. And to experience the four elements. It's really going through and healing our body. And then I went through and suggested that you get in touch with that inner child of yourself and that you work on the relationship within you. And just get in touch with that inner child and maybe even think of what you looked like when you were 2 or 3 years old, or maybe you could even grab onto a childhood picture and just give yourself a butterfly hug. You can caress yourself, you can tap, and just, you can really feel that love for yourself by going through and giving that butterfly hug. And then yesterday I posted something about spirituality, and actually when we're in that spiritual realm, we're in the brainwave called delta. And delta is, for instance, for people like my mentor, Marie Diamond, who are awakened masters, they've gone through and she lives her entire life in Delta. So it's a very high spiritual realm. And most of us don't reach that until we're sleeping. But to just go through and to get a glimpse of what that will feel, you can go through and, my husband calls it luxuriating your face. By just going through and caressing your face, you can feel what it's like to be in Delta. Can you imagine what it's like to feel that all the time, as Marie does? That's what I'm striving for. So today I'm going to lead you through, we're going to go a little bit more into depth into those four areas and actions that you can take, that your soul is going to guide you to take. What we're going to do is we're going to bypass our ego. I'm going to lead you in a meditation. Actually, it's Marie's basic signature system meditation. And I'm going to guide you in this meditation. All you have to do is relax, but please don't do it if you're driving or cooking or operating any type of machinery, anything like that. But what we're going to do is I'm going to lead you in a meditation that's going to help you to bypass your ego so that you can go to your soul and then go through and get action steps. Get goals that your soul wants you to take, and then we're going to go through and list some action steps that will help you go through and to reach those goals. So I would like you to, if you're in a situation where you can just relax, if you'd like to meditate sitting, just sit with your feet flat on the floor. If you like to meditate cross-legged like I do, sit cross-legged, just have your spine as straight as possible. And just take a few deep breaths, close your eyes, and just let go of any of the stress from the day. And just imagine that you're in a perfect setting in nature, whatever that is for you. And perhaps the sun is shining in this case. We're going to be using the ray of the light of the sun. The sun is shining, there's a soft breeze, perhaps you can hear some water in the background. Maybe you're in a beautiful garden or in the woods or on a beach. And everything is just perfect for you. And you can just feel that crystalline white light from the sun just falling down upon your head. And just feel it go through and cascade down within your body, down to the soles of your feet. And feel it go from the outside of your skin where you're feeling it, inside to each one of the little cells. And just visualize those cells just drinking up that sunlight. And then imagine this crystalline white light just flowing into your aura. Your physical body has an aura. Your body is giving off energy, and this aura is about an arm's length all the way around your body. So just imagine that crystalline white light flowing into this aura around your body. And this is a peaceful sanctuary that you're creating for yourself that you can go to at any time. Now imagine around this crystalline white light sanctuary of peace you've just created that you have a royal blue color going from an arm's length above your head, from a point we call the quantum point, and it's going all the way around this white sanctuary, around your aura, underneath your feet or wherever you may be sitting. And this is a tube of royal blue creative power and protection. So you can create anything that you want. That's what the color blue is for, creative power. And it's also for protection from any negative energy that might be around you from your environment or from other people. And then imagine around that royal blue tube a rose tube, going again from an arm's length above your head, all the way around the blue tube and the white sanctuary, underneath your feet or wherever you may be sitting. And it's a rose tube of love and support. So feel love, gratitude for whoever is supporting you in the spiritual realm, whoever is supporting you here on earth, your family and your friends, your teachers, and just feel that love and gratitude for them in your heart. And then imagine, I think of it as a gentle tornado, a violet tornado coming up from the center of the earth and circulating clockwise from the bottom, from your feet, all the way through your body, through the aura, and it's just circulating, and it's bringing whatever blockages, limitation, any karma that you have, whatever's ready to go now, it's just carrying it away. And just see it going into the universe above your head. And this is violet light of forgiveness. So now I'd like you to imagine going an arm's length above your head to a place called the quantum point. And it's where our soul meets our ego and overtakes our ego. And then go another arm's length above that point. So we're going 2 arm's lengths above our head to a place called the monad. And it's where we meet our divine essence. Sometimes it's called the I am point. And just visualize golden light. There's a golden platform there on your monad. And just imagine, just visualize that there's golden light just shining down onto that monad. And that light has within it goals that your soul wants you to set for yourself so that you can fulfill your soul purpose. And just trust, have faith that that information is in that golden light for the goals that your soul wants you to set, so you can fulfill your soul purpose. And then imagine that light with that energy and that information as to what your goals should be, just cascading down. It's going to go down an arm's length lower to that quantum point, and then it's going to just flow down to the top of your head, past your third eye, past your throat chakra, into your heart, and then imagine it going from your heart, flowing into your arms and into your hands. Now, I meant to ask for you to have a journal and a piece of paper and something to write on with you. I forgot to ask you that at the beginning of the meditation. So if you can just take a few minutes and get something to write on, a piece of paper and a journal, that information will still be in your heart, it will still be in your hands, and you can go through and just take a few moments to write down what those goals are. And there should be one from each area. Your soul knows what goals it wants you to go through and to create in order to fulfill its purpose. So there should be at least one goal, preferably 3, for the area of success and abundance, for health, for relationships, and then for personal growth and wisdom. So just take some time, a few more minutes to just write down. And what happens for me is that I just start writing. I'm not consciously thinking. My soul is going through, and that energy is going through my body, through my arms, into my hands, and I'm just writing. It's not something that's conscious. It's something that your soul is leading you to write down. And if for some reason you're not able to write it down, just say that you're going to make a mental note of it, and you can write it down whenever you do have time to do so. I'm going to ask you to take a look at those goals and to write down at least one action step that you can take, and just write it right down next to the goal. It could be something simple, like maybe your soul is guiding you to get in touch with a family member or a friend you haven't been in touch with for a long time, so it's just making a phone call. Or it could be something more complex. It might take you might have to ask other people to help you. It might take you, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, whatever it may be. But just write it down. At least write the goal down, and then later you can go down and break it up if you need to break it up into separate steps. And then the next thing would be to go through and to schedule the action steps, because we know that nothing ever gets done unless it gets written down. So what I do is I go through, usually on a Sunday, and I see everything that I need to go through and schedule, and I write it in my calendar, and then it's set. I can go through and get it done. Now I'd like to give you a way to go through and to boost those action steps. Sometimes we kind of lag behind. We're not sure how to go about doing it. And a great way to do it is to go through and find online, through the App Store, through Google Play, or through Apple, whatever you use, and find the Marie Diamond app. And through going through and using the app, you can stand in the center of your room, you can go through and enter in your birthday and your gender at birth, first of all, and you'll get something called your personal energy number. And it will give you, if you're not sure of what your purpose is, it'll actually give you an inkling as to what your purpose is in life. And each one of us, based on our birthday and our gender at birth, have 4 best directions. One for the success and abundance, one for health, relationships, and then personal growth and wisdom. So we can go through and activate those directions in order to go through and to really boost the action steps that we're going to be taking. So you can go through, download the app, it's for free, and just enter in your birthday and your gender at birth. And once you get that, you're going to get your personal energy number. For instance, mine is 2. There are 9 personal energy numbers, and mine translates to being a teacher. So that's why I love to do videos like this, helping people to discover their purpose and to fulfill their purpose. So once you have that information, what you can do is just stand in the center of any room, and it's best to activate the 3 areas that we spend most of our time in, which would be our bedrooms, our family room, den, living room, wherever you spend time with your family, and then in your office, whether that be at home or another location. And you can see exactly, if you use that app, it actually will mark out the areas for success, for health, for relationships, and for personal growth and wisdom. And you can see where those areas are in that room that you're in. And then you can go through and activate it. And the simplest way to start going through and activating it is with those colors that are actually on the app. I would go through and show it to you right now, but I'm actually recording on my phone. But you can see you've got royal blue there, and that's for your success direction. You've got emerald green, which is for your health direction. Rose, which is for your relationships. And then yellow for your personal growth and wisdom. And so you would know where those directions are. First of all, you don't want to have clutter in those areas. And then just to activate, you can do something as simple as I've taken pieces of cardboard or construction paper, and I've just folded them. They don't have to be any larger than your hand. You can make little squares of construction paper and put those in those directions. So you could have royal blue in your success and abundance direction. You could go through and have emerald green in your health, rose in your relationship, and then yellow in your personal growth and wisdom, and that will help to activate, to really boost the actions that you're taking. If you go through and activate those in, the rooms that you're working in, or you're sleeping in, or spending time with your family. And it really will go through and turbocharge the actions that you're taking. So just to summarize what we've been talking about, we've been talking about balancing, creating a life balance on the 4 major pillars, which include success and abundance, health, relationships, and personal growth and wisdom. We all know people who have gone through and really concentrated on one of those areas. Very often it's success and abundance because they want to make a good income. And what happens is that the relationships start to fall by the wayside, or they start to, start having health problems. So it's best, just like a table will stand on 4 legs, a sturdy table, it's best to have a sturdy life balance created with those 4 pillars. And we've gone through, and I gave you a few actions, simple action steps you can do to activate those, to activate those 4 areas that I mentioned in the short lives, Instagram lives this week. But for today, to go into a little bit more depth, I've led you in a meditation. It's called the Tubes of Light meditation, Marie's signature meditation. And we bypass the ego to go up to the soul, and then we brought down information from your soul as to the goals that it wants you to go through and to realize. And then with that energy. You know, and if nothing came to mind, you can go through and just repeat this meditation. You might need a few more times to go through and to get that information coming down. But we've written that in a journal or on a piece of paper, those actions, those goals that your soul wants you to take in those 4 areas, and then action steps that you can take to fulfill those goals. And we talked about going through and scheduling those. And then using the Marie Diamond app, which you can get at the App Store, to go through and to find out what your personal energy number is and what those directions are for you to go through and activate those 4 main pillars. And again, they're success and abundance, health, relationships, and personal growth and wisdom. So I want to thank you for joining me. And I suggest that you go through and contact me to go to schedule a discovery session where I can help you go through and find out what your soul purpose is, and then help you to find intentions and goals to realize that soul purpose of yours, and to overcome, using EFT and other methods, to overcome any of the limitations, blockages that will come along when you're trying to fulfill that soul purpose. And you can reach me at Kathleenrafter.com. I thank you for joining me now. It's been great to have you here. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll see you soon. Thanks again for joining me.